What's going on, y'all? Black Ink Crew. I think this is episode 9, season 3. Whatever. Let's just get into it because this shit is irritating the fuck out of me. Because, let me turn this off for y'all say some shit. So it started off with, oh shit, he's about to do his art thing. Before oh shit even come into the shop, it irks me sometimes. I know sometimes friends gossip about friends or whatever, but they gossip too much about each other and they put too much of their opinions in it instead of trying to help the situation. They make fun of it. They make light of it. Caesar always want to put his input in, like when he put his input in about Walt and him, finding his brother, his family, and how he felt about that. Like, nigga, it wasn't about you. This same shit with oh shit saying that Achilles wasn't his son. Yes, oh shit did say that he took a paternity test and the paternity test supposedly came back and said that he is not the father, and he told Kathy that. But never once did oh shit say that, he was not going to be in that boy's life, nor was going to continue and say that that boy wasn't his, he wasn't going to take responsibility. He was just going to drop the kid. Like, that ain't my son, period. So I ain't going to have nothing to do with it. That's how Caesar was coming off, like, that's my son. How you going to say some stuff like that? And was questioning him when he finally came into the shop. And it was almost judgy, like. And I'm like, you don't know the full situation of what's going on between him and Kathy. And I know y'all see some stuff, but you don't know everything. So you don't know what led up to that. And you don't know what's going on, so don't pass judgment. He never said that he was not going to still take care of that boy or was not going to claim him as his own. He just said biologically it's not his, okay? And that's what he told him too. And I'm like, stop passing judgment. And y'all know the relationship with Kathy and him has just always been a mess. I never liked her. She does a lot, you know. And he having his art show, which I think is nice that he's actually going out and doing other stuff instead of just drinking and doing drugs or whatever, trying to get himself, involved in more things. And he said art was his passion. And that's the reason why he got into doing tattoos and stuff like that. And he had Caesar do a tattoo of Serenity because that's what he learned in rehab. And he's trying to get his life on track. And he wants to be serene and have, just about him. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, okay, Puma. Oh shit, you trying, I guess, but we're gonna see how long. And it's sad that you have to say stuff about people like this because of their track record, but we will see how long this lasts, okay? So far, so good. And he said, and it surprises me that, when he comes to the shop, he don't say nothing to Donna. And then I'm just glad that she don't act the ass, from what we see on TV. Just because they there. Why you don't love me no more? Why you do this and why you do that? And da 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 da. Shit like that. But yeah, they was like at the art show, who do you not want to come? He said Kathy. Cause he don't want that. I won't want her because every time they get into the same room, it's always something. It's always something that happened. We seen that since season 1. Every time they get together, something always fucking happen. And it's just, and they need to grow up. Both of them, Kathy and oh shit, they need to get that shit together. Moving on from that, they had a little glimpse and stuff, a little couple of scenes of Sky, talking to some of the girls in the little tent city where she's at. One girl in there for 9 months, another girl had 98 days, one lady up in there for child support for the 3rd time. They talking about the weather, she on the phone with Teddy, the other male inmates walking past disrespecting her, she getting pissed off. I'm surprised they let cameras up in there and they letting them do this, but, I guess, I hope she learned something from it. So, off that, this scene pissed me off because I was like, the fuck? Is he a public defender or a real lawyer? Oh shit goes to see his lawyer because he has to go to trial for the gun charge that been on him for the past 2 years, okay? And the lawyer is, getting all this stuff down. He was like, if I tell you're going to be somewhere, you have to be there at 9 o'clock sharp and all this stuff and yada, 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 because I'm not trying to lose this case. I'm going to win this case, okay? There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm going to win this case. You wear glasses? You always wear glasses? Why you got the beard? For religious purpose? What's your name again? I said, hold up. You been on a couple of episodes of Black Ink Crew and you don't know this dude's name, you don't know at least that his first name is Richard. I'm sitting here like, what type of lawyer? And I was with, oh shit, is he on his medication or not? What the fuck is going on? That shit seemed a little suspect or whatever. But I mean, I guess. So after that, carrying on with oh shit, he has his art show. And the Black Ink Crew, Caesar and Duchess and them, they came and supported him. A lot of people was there. They was lining up waiting. And, you know, from what I was looking at, oh shit is kind of really talented. I would have brought something if I could afford it. You know, niggas want to start charging prices like you really somebody. Motherfucker, $20 to $40 is all I can afford right about now. Better knock that price down. Fuck you think that you is. But, you know, I would have brought some shit like that. I seen some pieces in there that was really nice. That black and blue one, you know, that was cool. I like that. But, oh shit is a talented guy. And this goes to show that I hate when people have so much talent in them and they let it go to waste by doing foolish shit. And I really, really want him to get his shit together because, like I said, he's a talented dude. And he just needs to recognize his potential. But, you know, not Kathy. Is her name Toby? Kobe? Whatever, the second baby mama. She was the one helping him put all this together. And, you know, that was cool. Everybody's there. Next thing you know, here comes Kathy. I was like, here she goes. And what she brings up is not even there to fully support him. It's to come there and say that she was going to get a DNA test because he said he got a DNA test on a boy. Kathy take the second baby mama, Kobe, whatever the fuck, the white girl. She come take her outside and she was like, I don't think you should be here. She was like, girl, I was trying to talk to you. I was trying to hit you up. She was like, you ain't texting me or nothing. But she was texting me. She was like, I left some messages on your Instagram or whatever. She was like, girl, I don't check my messages. Here go Kathy. So you upload shit, but you don't check your messages. Let me tell you something. Don't do that because it is very, very easy to not, to miss a direct message on Instagram. Okay? Because sometimes that little notification don't pop up that you got a thing up in there because I be having a whole bunch of shit up in my stuff and don't even realize it. And then you can still, dismiss shit. So don't even go there, Kathy. It's possible, But she was like, so, oh shit, trying to say that Achilles ain't his and, I want to take a DNA test because I just can't have my name out there like that. It's about you, not the child, but it's about your name. And I'm just sitting here like, this is not the time and the place for this. Do not do this and do not act the ass when he is trying to do something positive for once. Okay? For fucking once. Okay? This is not the time. Okay? And told him to go out. And I think they did talk or whatever. And she was like, I want to get to a place where we can be friends again. He said, we can be co-parents, good co-parenting, but we're not going to be friends. I said, tell that bitch straight though. So moving on from that, because on the next week's episode, Kathy come up in there and start some shit in Black Ink with him about the DNA test and all that shit, But, Sassy and her girlfriend had a little scene where they was talking about, what happened in the way that Sassy mama reacted. Y'all is right. Sassy do look older than her mama. Who had who? Okay? You know what? It reminds me of when I look at Sassy and her mama. Don't be a menace in South Central while drinking your juice in the hood. Sean's mama, Ashtray's daddy, was younger than him. That's what Sassy and them look like. That's what Sassy and their mama look like. But he 18 years old. He wasn't legal to drink yet, but he got a son that was older than him. How the fuck? But anyway, basically talking about how, it was wrong for my mama to come in there. Her mama does know about her being gay or liking women, but she's not accepting of it. That's not what she wanted for her child or whatever, but it was wrong. And she was like, well, is this going to make you break up with me? Because if this is what's going to make you break up with me, that means that we was never meant to be together and you was not the person for me. And you haven't even came out to your mom, your own mom. So if you can't handle this, how you going to, handle the rest of the world and all this shit? And Didi was like, I can't do that because, I can't live without you in my life. And I was like, oh my God, these little gay girls, it's just so cute, And, they had their little moment and shit like that. And I was like, okay. So we move on from that. And I'm going to end this episode on this bullshit. Because this is what really hyped up stuff. And this is what is leading to the big fight that's going to happen between Caesar, Duchess, and Kwani and Puma. So, Duchess and Caesar was outside talking to Big Joe. Big Joe is Caesar's manager at one point, and now his business partner with the Black Ink magazine. Now, they were supposed to get Med and all his people, Med and all his businesses to, come on and do this shooting all pictures of the shops and stuff. But Puma wasn't on board. So, therefore, Med wasn't on board or whatever because of this drama and stuff. And, Caesar had to tell Big Joe that, hey, it's not going to happen. Big Joe is rightfully pissed because he should have been made aware of this before, and he spent his money on this photo shoot that's not going to happen. I'd be pissed the fuck off too. Okay, did he say like $250,000 or some shit like that? Bitch, hell yeah, I'm going to be fucking pissed, okay? So, they like, you got fucking adults acting like fucking kids, and he wants them to fucking stop playing, okay? Grow up and act your age. And so, Big Joe thing is, let's just go over and let's talk to Puma. That was it. That was it. Even though they was talking shit, how Puma ain't never been there, and Big Joe was like, Caesar be he tries to down talk Puma so much and make him seem like he's very less than what he is, but yet, he was good enough to be your friend at one point, and he was good enough to work with you at one point, and like Big Joe said, you helped make him, okay? So he was good enough to be around you at one point, but now that y'all had a falling out, he ain't shit. He ain't nobody. He's not a boss. He just he's 20% owner of some stuff, all right? It irks me. But that's what happens when you fall out with somebody. They was like, let's go to his crib. Big Joe wanted to go to the crib by himself and talk to Puma and see can he get him on the right track and come on and do the photo shoot. Caesar said, I'm going to go over there with you so, we can do the stick or whatever. Did Caesar really need to come? No, not really. Joe could have handled that shit on his own. But Caesar wanted to come. They was talking shit, talking about how, they say that Puma not really home all the time. And Big Joe was like, looking at the neighborhood that he's staying in, I wouldn't want to be at home either. And I was like, okay, y'all keying with each other, fine. I still didn't see nothing wrong with it. They go to the house, ring the bell. Kwani answers in the intercom and was basically like, Puma's not here. This is Big Joe and Caesar. Okay, could you tell him that we came by and all that stuff? Big Joe wasn't disrespectful or anything. Next thing you know, after Caesar and Big Joe leaves, Kwani comes outside looking very much crackish. Like the bitch is it just me? But have I been the only one that noticed how much weight Kwani has lost since the wedding episode, since she was on last season when Puma got married and they was going through their shit? Yeah, she's looking very crackhead-ish, okay? And I was like, whatever you're doing, you need to stop. Go eat a burger or some shit because it's just not looking, with all that bundles of weave on your head, no. And the way that she came down there, no, these motherfuckers didn't come to my door. You don't come to my door and you disrespect me and you do this shit, you talking to Puma and all this stuff. Puma, answer the goddamn phone. Baby, Caesar and Big Joe came to the door. What? Yes, they just came to our house. You don't do no shit like that. That's fucking disrespectful. You don't bring that shit to my door. I'm sitting here like, what the fuck did I just miss? I'm like, did I miss something? And, Kwani going off in the thing, like, in her confessionals, see, Caesar is a bitch. Even though Caesar irks me when he talks. Oh my God, especially in the confessional. I'd be like, speed that shit up. Okay? Suck your lip in. Okay? And I don't know if he needs to do some lip exercises so that the lip can decrease in size and, lose some weight or whatever, because he literally does talk like his bottom lip is overpowering his jaw, and it's just so fucking heavy because he talks so slow like this. And I'd be like, speed that shit up, motherfucker. Okay? It's irking me. You be talking shit about somebody, but you can't even talk fast enough for it. Girl, What? Okay. And you know, Kwani just going off in a confessional about, you know, he's a bitch. You know, he's a bigger bitch than his girl and all that son. That's a big bitch. And I'm just sitting here like, what the fuck, Kwani? She basically made it seem like Caesar and Big Joe came there to start some shit with them and was being disrespectful to them. Now, unless they edited some shit out, correct me if I'm wrong, but did y'all see that? Because I didn't see that shit. She took that situation and ran with it. Like, she flipped and reversed and did a whole bunch of cartwheels on that shit to make it seem like it was some drama finna happen. And then was like, you know, when I feel disrespected and shit, and when I come at your ass, I'm finna say a whole bunch of vulgar ass shit to you, okay? That's how I fight back. And I was like, okay, Kwani, get up off that pipe, girl. I don't know what you want to put me over there doing, but maybe I'm missing something, but I just didn't understand this whole scene when she came down to the shop and she was talking shit about Caesar and them. And, you know, you had the auntie, you had her mama out there talking and all this stuff. And I'm just sitting here like, what happened? They did not come there to disrespect you. Okay? Unless I saw something that wasn't there. I just didn't get what was going on, and why did you get so amped up, and why did you make it seem like they was coming there to fucking fight you at your own house, or, you know, to talk shit or whatever. You know, your man the one going around talking shit without finding out what actually happened. Like, I'm just fucking confused. And then when Puma had that sit down with her mama like, why are you putting her in it? And, you know, Kwani like, he didn't put me in shit. It was when Caesar started saying shit about me. That's when I got into it, because then Caesar put me in shit. You know, and I'm just sitting here like, the fuck? But that was the episode, y'all. If y'all understood that whole, like, seriously, put it down in the comments. Am I the only one who was thinking that shit about Kwani and them? Like, why was they getting so upset? Like, why did they... did I miss something? Okay? Y'all, tell me how y'all feel, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.